What story do you have that disproves the worst she can say is no? In high school, I once asked a girl out that I didn't think I had any chance with. I figured, hey, the worst she could say is no, assumed she would probably say no, and planned on using the experience as a comfort when trying to ask someone out that I thought I had a chance with. In other words, when trying to work up the courage to ask someone out in the future, I could think back to this moment, realize from this experience that being told no wasn't so bad, and go for it. I asked her out, she said she was going out with someone else, and that was that. Easy and painless. And then she started telling people that I demanded that she switch from her current partner to me, and that she had to shout at me to get me to leave her alone. Someone else started a rumor that, after I got rejected, I ran into the bathroom and cried. Someone else came up with a short little theme song about how I got rejected. Everyone found it catchy, including people I thought were my friends, so people would sing it at me everywhere. Random people in the hallways would see me and start singing it at me. I couldn't escape it until people finally lost interest several months, maybe even a year? I don't remember exactly, later. I was horribly humiliated and depressed and sad and so on for all that time, but I figured it was just a fluke. Then, in the fall semester in college, a female friend promised to me that she would get me laid by the end of the spring semester. I'd overheard her talking to people about it, wondering whether it would be better to pair me with another virgin or with someone experienced, for example, so even though months passed with no actual progress, I assumed things were happening behind the scenes. On the last day of the spring semester, there was a big party at her place, so I texted her earlier in the day, so if today's the last day of the semester, does that mean I'm getting laid? I was thinking the worst she could say was no, as in haha, no, that was all a joke or something to that effect. No harm in bringing it up, right? I wouldn't have been upset if that was what happened. I don't remember her response exactly, but I think she took it as a joke and replied non-seriously with a hell yeah. Or something along those lines. Halfway through the party that night, she gets everyone's attention and announces that she got the best text ever today. I assumed it wasn't my text, because that wouldn't make sense, so I was looking forward to hearing what she had to say. She then proceeded to, in a mockingly stupid voice, read my text to everyone with absolutely no context, and then point to me. Everyone effing lost it with laughter. I heard one guy later say to a girl next to him, "Don't get too intoxicated, or you might end up sleeping with him," while motioning to me. They both laughed pretty hard about that one. I was already intoxicated at that point, so I couldn't drive home, so I was trapped. I spent a lot of time silently crying to myself in the bathroom. I was tempted to try to drive home anyway, because I really didn't care what happened to me at that point, but the thought that I might end up hurting someone else stopped me. The events of that night replayed in my head almost every day for the entire summer. I felt like I was worthless as a person, completely undesirable romantically and intimately. I felt like I was just, uselessly broken, unrepairable, that I was a misfit that didn't belong in this world.